Oh, is there more? Is there more?
Yeah.
I had like, I put an opportunity host to post up today. I haven't done a lot of opportunity ones lately, and I have like a ton of comments on it and a couple people in my inbox. And I was like, oh, you're brand new, Sam. You're brand new.
All right, sorry, I'm about to join it now.
It's funny. It never gets old.
But I said,
All right, guys. So, Autumn, I don't have the
do
ability
this
to
today. So I wanted that water to be a
mute
lot
everyone.
hotter.
I don't think.
You got
I
it.
should have probably boiled some water.
Oh, actually, I do.
Let it cool down a little bit.
Oh, wait. Now I muted you. Sorry. Whoops.
Okay.
Okay, guys. I'm Sam. I'm super excited you're here. We are going to record this. So we are recording. So if anybody misses it and needs the recording, feel free to reach out to us. So something we had talked about as leaders a couple days ago was bringing product knowledge to the table, because I feel like a lot of people join this business that don't have a medical background or an exercise background or health fitness background. And they don't have, or they come in and they've never tried the product, but they're like, I'm here because I need the opportunity. And so that's part of the process, because I think when we talk to new people, when we're really educated on the products and we're really educated on the systems, like talking to people is easy, right? Like if I'm super passionate about what I'm talking about, I'm going to be, like I'm talking right now, you can tell, like I'm excited. But if someone says, oh, so what's up with this like TFX? And you don't know, you're gonna be like, here's the script. And then when they have individual questions, it slows the conversation down, and that may not be a local customer for you. So here's how I want to help. We decided that at the beginning of every one of these Zooms on Thursday, I am going to pull apart a product. I'm just going to rip it to shreds. I'm going to talk about the ingredients. I'm going to talk about why it works, the population that it's really good for, and so forth. So for those of you that don't know, I'm a pediatric RN, and I also have a bachelor's degree in exercise science. So I have kind of the best of both worlds, but I'm your go-to girl when it comes to product knowledge with what it does for the body. Okay, so because slimming gummies are like the hot thing, I thought I would start with that one. So slimming gummies. All right, so we have the gist of it, but it's a low effort, high reward gummy. Okay, so that's what's on the package. So what does that mean? It reduces the chances of getting, so it's working to prevent and working on current weight issues. So that's something to be like aware of. So somebody that's like, well, I only have like 5 or 10 pounds to lose, but I tend to have really bad eating habits on the weekends. So we would automatically think like carb control fat fighters, but gummies are really good because it's going to prevent that belly fat from occurring, I guess. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but that you get what I mean. So it helps with the expanded waistline and stubborn pinchable fat on the stomachs and hips. Well, duh, this stuff's flying off the shelf because every woman's like, I can pinch an inch. This needs to go, right? So when someone says like, I need this, but what can you explain to me what does this do? Well, it gets rid of fat right there. Well, what do you mean? Okay, so there's 2 types of fat. There's subcutaneous fat and there's visceral fat. Your subcutaneous fat is the fat that's under the skin, okay, like right under the skin. It's the stuff that like if you poke your belly and it feels soft anywhere, I can do that. And I'm speaking for myself. That is subcutaneous fat. I can feel it. I can touch it. That's subcutaneous, okay? Your visceral fat is untouchable. Okay, so understand that this visceral fat, so like we all should have a certain amount of fat because everybody needs that to like survive. But visceral fat is bad because although it's only about 10% of your fat percentage, it goes around your organs. Okay, so that's why after moms have babies, they're like, oh, I have the mom pooch, because it was like a protective layer. Some of us have more of a pooch than others. So speaking for myself. So this visceral fat is your intra-abdominal fat. It's out of reach surrounding your organs. You can't spot reduce fat, guys. So people are like, oh, I don't need your gummies. I work out. I do crunches. Like I do a whole ab workout. And they're gonna be like, really? That's great. You're building muscle. Okay, you're building muscle. But I promise you, unless you do something about that fat on top of it, you're never going to see it. Okay. Never going to see it. So like you can build those abs underneath there, but they've got a pillow. Okay. And until you get rid of the pillow, and that all comes down to diet. Okay. And these gummies are going to add to what you're doing with your diet to see quicker results. Okay. So, cause I have all the people that are like, but I do it the right way, do it the real way. Well, we're going to squash that. Okay. So carrying excess visceral fat, this is the stuff around your organs. What does it do? It increases your risk for heart attack, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, stroke, and cancer. So I know we all want to be walking around with like a 6-pack, but at the end of the day, like we're also going to try to help those people that are on the brink of having those chronic diseases. So pre-chronic disease or current chronic disease. I mean, I have tons of customers that are type 2 diabetics, that are on cholesterol medicine, that have heart disease or on the brink of heart disease because they're extremely overweight and they're older, and that's what they're looking at. Like that's what their future looks like if they don't do something about it. So I think we can talk about, like, I love our posts right now because they're like really, really popping. Okay. People are like loving this. They're flying off the shelves, like we say. But I also think we need to reach that population too. That's like, hey, like I'm older. I'm at risk for this. Okay. Let's talk about this. This is why this would be really good for you. So ingredients, we hear about this Morrisil, right? So this is blood orange extract. Okay. So this is when we say clinically proven product, the clinically proven product is the Morrisil. They, and I'm going to squirrel real quick. So on the bottle, Carly pointed this out today, and I want you guys to know this. So the serving size, I'm going way off topic. The serving size says 2 to 4 gummies. So the clinical study was based on 4 gummies being super effective. So like the higher end of the dose, that's 2 bottles a month. So be aware of that, guys, because your results might not be as drastic with 2 gummies a day. Not saying they won't work. It just might take longer. So when your customer's like, I don't see anything at like 24 hours in, you know, you've been there. And so you need to make sure you're explaining that, and you need to make sure that they understand that this is a range, and it's just like ibuprofen, okay? Or Benadryl. Let's talk, because I gave my dog Benadryl last night, right? So it says 2 to 4 milligrams per kilogram. So if I would have gave her a 2, I'm not going to get too techie here, but 2, then it might not have been as effective. But if I gave her 4, I could have like really knocked her out. So like I kind of hung in the middle, but I didn't know how it would affect her because every dog is different. It's the same for people. Okay. So like every person's going to respond differently. So when someone comes at you and says this isn't working, don't panic. We troubleshoot. Okay. So that was my squirrel. Okay. So back to Morrisil. So it's clinically proven to shrink your waist and hip circumference by inches by lowering your BMI. So what's your BMI? It's your height and weight. And it's like this calculation that's like, actually, I'm not a fan of it, but it's just a measurement. Okay. Because everyone likes to see measurements. Everyone's obsessed with numbers. Okay. And they need a way to like see if they're getting better or they're getting worse. That's what BMI tells you. When your fat percentage lowers, your BMI lowers. So we're shrinking fat cells. So our BMI in turn is going to become lower. Okay. That's what that means. Okay. So the last thing I have here, so actively shrinks bloated fat cells. So that's what it does. So the Morrisil, the blood orange actually shrinks the fat cells that are inflamed and large. Okay. Therefore it's going to shrink the belly, and it's going to make your fat percentage go down. This is huge for no stimulant, no caffeine. I'm going to say that again, guys. There's so many people that can't have stimulants and can't have caffeine. This works for them. And there's nothing else really out there that does what this does that doesn't have a stimulant in it. And it attacks the fattening calories that we eat. So like I said, it works on the front end and it works on the back end. So anybody that can't have it, I think that's what Racquel asked. I'm trying to go quick. What type of person can't have this? So honestly, as far as contraindications with like medications, like people that couldn't have it that would affect their medications, I have seen nothing, because I look at this like it's like a food. Now, our gold standard is talk to your doctor. Like, if you're worried, talk to your doctor, because we can't make claims like this. But if it was me, like, I would say that blood orange extract is a food. Okay, so if you're allergic to oranges, don't take the gummies. But if you can have oranges, you can have the extract, apple cider vinegar. Look at the ingredients list with it. Like, it's foods. Okay, so it's all natural, and that's what's really great for us, because unless, you know, and we talked about citrus, like, this isn't related to grapefruit. Pregnancy, no, because we don't want to do any kind of fat reduction with pregnancy. You could do this with breastfeeding. I would say after like the first few months, maybe when baby's on solids. That would be my recommendation. There could be more that comes out about that. But I would say once baby's on solids, I would be cool with it, because I agree with TFX. Like, I took TFX while I was breastfeeding. But I waited a couple months till she was like established. Okay, so that, and so I don't think there's any contraindications as far as medications unless you have a food allergy to that. So postpartum, great. Pre-chronic disease, current chronic disease, and for people with weight loss, obviously. Okay, so I tried, sorry if that was fast, but this is recorded so you can get it again. So that's my closing with the product. Cool? Okay. All right. Next week, I'm going to do fat fighters, and I'm actually going to pull from Caitlin. She did this video like a year and a half ago or something like that. But I'm actually going to demonstrate how fat fighters works with water and oil and cool stuff. So it's going to be neat. All right. So beginning of the month. This is the first Thursday of the month, and I'm going to talk to you about the beginning of the month. I'm going to do it in just a few minutes because we're going to go right into autumn with resources. But I want everyone to understand what the beginning of the month looks like. Every single month, the first rolls around, and your group volume, everything that's in your back office goes to zero. Not just for you, but the person at the very top of the company that makes like way too much money, theirs also goes to zero. That's equality. Okay, like, that is equality. So we all work real hard. So what we do in the beginning of the month, we're at zero, but we look at our predictions. That's what we call doing numbers. So if it's the first couple days of the month, I'm going to look down in my back office. It's going to be very vague. I'm not telling you how to do numbers. I'm just telling you what I look at in the very beginning of the month. What's important to me. I'm going to go through my numbers. I'm going to go through my loyal customers that are already in my back office. And I'm going to look to see if they have auto ship set up for this month. I'm going to look to see if somebody ordered today. I'm going to look if there was credit card declines, if there's things that I missed. That's what I'm doing with numbers. Now, if someone has an auto ship set up, I'm going to add that to my total. So I'm going to make what's like a prediction. Okay. So those are my numbers. It's my predicted numbers of auto ships that are going to run. When I put that on my chart, I'm looking at that and I'm going to say, okay, I need 1,000 BV to be emerald. For me to be emerald, it looks like I need 1,000 BV, and these are the places that I need it, or I'm 2 distributors short, or I'm going to be able to see this roadmap on my emerald chart of what my month looks like. That is what we do in the first couple days of the month. Everything resets, guys. So yes, you are your rank. That's your lifetime rank, but you have to maintain that rank. And I want because there was a couple questions, you know, someone was like, oh, I hit Ruby. Like, I'm Ruby. You're Ruby. But you need to keep maintaining that. But we're going to start looking to emerald because you'll maintain that Ruby while you're chasing that emerald. Okay. So with doing numbers and things like that, ask your enroller, ask leadership. But those are some important things for just the beginning of the month. That's what I would look at in the first couple days. So that's why I'm bringing it up. It's the first Thursday of the month. So now Autumn's going to go into resources.
Hi, friends. Okay, so as far as resources goes, I really want you guys to get familiar with all of the things because we want you to be your best resource, really. There's tons out there, and I'm going to highlight a couple of them. I'm going to go a little bit quick just because I got a lot of stuff for you. But like we said, this is going to be recorded, so don't feel like you have to like scramble for things. So as far as team pages, you're going to want to make sure that you're connected to all of the team pages that are available. So when you first come in, you should automatically be added to the new recruits page. And then the other one would be Ambassador Army. The larger team page is Diamond Makers. We have a lot of host-to-post threads in there. A page when you're first coming in that I think you should absolutely get is the It Works personal development page. Stay close and connected to that. Turn on notifications so that you can get all of these resources from like just everyone that's been in the business. We have another resource as well. It's called Nourish to Flourish. There's a couple people that put this together. And what this is it's basically a page where there's recipes. It's kind of like a VIP page for customers. So when a customer comes in, they can get some recipes in there. It's just very informal. If we have deals and sales that happen, that'll be updated in there. So that way they kind of get the first notification. So we even have scripts for that as well. And we're happy to send those to you. I'll send them when I'm done. And then the last one that we have would be the Road to VIP. That one has a lot of stuff when it's close to corporate run. So there's like corporate RAM power hours and opportunity events, and things from like, there's a new DT, just like opportunity script that we use from there. And it's just like really good stuff. And like Stephanie Dunn and Joel Dunn, like they just have so many great things. So get close and stay connected there. As far as like the Telegram app, we have a couple things. So there's posting pods for a couple things. And basically what a posting pod is a lot of you may know, some of you may not, but there's one on Facebook, there's one for Instagram, and there's one for TikTok. And essentially it's just going and loving on other people's posts and them going and loving on yours to increase the chances and the visibility of your post. So it's likely to be seen by more people. There's certain times that it's more effective than others. So if you are interested in hearing more about those, get in contact with your upline or in one of the group chats and we'll get you connected. There's Telegram apps, the Ambassador Army, which has just like overall team content and things for everyone. There's the before and after so that you guys can like work on your KPI and get that done daily. Also, there's one that's for story slides in general, and that one's really great, especially if you're first starting and you don't have products on hand yet. You can kind of steal these pictures that other people have placed in there for you of them making their coiffure, them using their reds, and it doesn't always have their faces, so you can kind of use it and pretend that it's yours while you're trying to build your own and kind of earn that shopping spree until you guys get like that in the mail. And then there's another one called Host to Post, and that's a great one to get into too as well when you're first starting. So if you guys need any of those, let us know. There's also the Bliss board. Now you'll hear it a couple different ways. You'll hear us say board, and then you'll hear us say Bliss. It started as Bliss and it turned to board. So we use both of them. What's cool about this app is it's a text replacement. So instead of you having to type, this is my keto coffee, and it does this, 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 this every single time, you get to create a little button that sends that entire script to everyone. So it makes it really easy. And you kind of use it just like a keyboard. So it's more interchangeable when you're having like multiple conversations. It's very customizable. It's both. Yep, there it is. Beautiful. You can save pictures on it. You can save videos on it, opportunity events, all of the things. It's great. You can even create folders within folders within folders. I mean, it's a really great app. And you guys, like, we're all playing around with this. So if you don't know what it is and you don't even know how to get started, reach out to us. Let us know. We are so happy to get on a one-on-one with you and walk you through it. We also have a first 30-day board that Sam Bowers has out there. So if you guys need in that one, let us know. There's also another one. It's essentially Train the Trainer. So once you guys have distributors, there is a step-by-step method for how you walk that person through. Beautiful, Sam. Thank you. Once you have a distributor in, let us know, and then we'll send this over. We can send these over to you, and you just get the whole board. You don't have to worry about trying to place it and organize it. It's already been done for you. Sam has been incredible and in getting all of this done for us. So you guys have these resources that it makes it easy. You don't have to like be afraid to train people anymore. You don't have to be afraid to ask people into the business because you don't know how to train. It's already there for you. Day 1, day 2, day 3, step 1. It is so simple, guys. Okay. So don't let that be something that stops you. We have so many power hours going on right now. There are 3 that we're doing this month. We are starting new leader spotlight Zooms. So you're going to see a lot of these with power hours. There was 3 this week. We're going to do 3 every week, the whole rest of this month. You'll see a new graphic every single week. We'll be sharing it. So you'll have them at the beginning of the week and you can plan your week around them. We also often do power hours after every single vision casting, or at least the Tuesday, Thursdays. So you guys can always feel free to even ask us at any given time. If someone's like, hey, anyone down to power hour? I'm usually always there. I know all the other leaders are as well. So all you have to do is ask, and we would love to get on a power hour with you. Weekly trainings, get connected to trainings. On Sundays, we have the family call on the Mark Pentecost page live. Mondays with Carly and Kate Brennan, we have the KPI training. There is also the newbie training with Sam Bowers at 9. And then there's the Pam Souter Show Me the Money call as well. And then on Tuesday, we have vision casting in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. And then our team call with Caitlin at 8 p.m. Wednesday, vision casting, 8 p.m. Thursday in the morning, 8. No, not 8. I ain't getting up that early. 10 a.m. for vision casting. And then we have the newbie Zoom like now with us at 8 p.m. So tons of opportunity for you guys to get trainings. We're going to start bringing out more trainings as far as recordings for you. So Racquel and I are going to work really hard to bring you guys some recorded vision castings in a much more condensed sense. This is something that we feel really passionate about. There's been people that have said that they really want the opportunity to join these, but for some reason they can't. So we are trying to tailor to that, and we want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to do the same like self-development that we are. So stay tuned for that. And then as far as charts are, where you can find these things, like Sam was talking about, like now everything has reset. So now we're working towards this goal, but unless you guys have a chart in front of you, you don't know what your goal is. There's no goal that you're reaching for. So I encourage you, if you haven't had a one-on-one yet with your enroller, ask for one. If your enroller is for some reason no longer in this business anymore, ask in one of the team pages, and we are so happy to get you connected with someone so that we can give you the information that you want. We want to help you set up and goal plan for the month, okay? You can find your chart in several places. You can find it in your Connect app. There's a resource button there. There's just a picture form, so you can download it and print it directly from there. It's also going to be in your eSuite. So when you go to eSuite, you'll click on the document library at the top. And then from there, you can type in, just type in Ruby, and it'll pull up the Ruby chart. It'll pull up the new rules for the Ruby promotion, the frequently asked questions as well. So you can download all of these things. The Emerald will be in there. There's also inside each of the chats as well. So like when you go to Running for Prez chat on your phone, you can actually search inside of that chat and be able to find like an Emerald chart. You can click like the search bar and type in Emerald, and anything pertaining to the word Emerald will pop up. You can search by videos and pictures as well, both on your phone and on your computer from inside the Messenger chat, okay? There's a thermometer that you guys can get. If you guys are running for a promotion, I encourage you to get one of these. I filled it out and I feel great because I just love seeing like a progression of where we're at. I'm already like through like a big hump of this, and it's only day 7. Like, you know what I mean? This is something that you should plaster everywhere. In addition to having your chart, this thermometer, if you're going for a promotion, it has like the basics of what is your personal goal? What is your why? When is your deadline for you wanting to achieve it? And you can just check these things off to hold yourself accountable. But I get to put this everywhere around my house and remind myself of all of it, like of what my goal is. So if I have a day where it's a little tough, I get to look at my why and look at how close I am to hitting it. So those are just some, I feel like that was a lot that I just dumped on you guys. So if there's questions on things, feel free to reach out to me or reach out in one of the chats, and we're happy to give you any of the resources that I just talked about, okay? And then now we're switching over to Racquel. Talk about being authentic.
Hi, you guys. Stay with me here for like 5 minutes. I know it's like 8:30, so stick with me real quickly. I want to talk about authenticity. And then this is huge, literally huge. I feel like the sooner you can wrap your finger around authenticity in your business and in your life, the better. Like your business will just explode. But I feel like it's a blessing that this business, there's no cookie cutter mold. You don't have to be a specific person, personality, anything to be successful in this business, like at all. So being authentic is literally being true to who you are. And that plays a massive role when it comes to enrolling and growing your team, enrolling your customers. These products, you guys, they sell themselves, okay? These products sell themselves, but people buy from how you make them feel. They buy from you. They buy from who you are. So as well as your team, I wanted to get into posting, how that relates to posting. When we're posting, and I know in the beginning, it's like we tell you to go to this list and follow these people and like success leaves clues, and it's true. But when you're posting, you guys, you want to put who you are. And I heard a great analogy last night. If you watched that Zoom, if not, it's the branding Zoom, but they called it catfishing. So like if you're going around and like taking people's posts, and they don't mean catfishing as, you know, the show where people take people's profile pictures and pretend to be somebody else. I'm talking about as far as your personality. So if you're going to people's posts and you're just straight up copying a post, you guys, okay, and posting it, and it's talking about like running for a promotion, and it's all, and you're not reading it and you're just plastering it, it just doesn't look real, doesn't look, you just joined a business and you're writing all these things about going for this promotion and doing this. Like, guys, people know. And the thing is there's so many people on your network that are in a business right now. There's so many people who are being authentic to who they are, and so many people who are not. You don't want to be that bad example. You want to be you. Like attracts like, okay? Like attracts like. So you want to be putting stuff out there. And I'm going to talk about your 5 pillars. Your 5 pillars is literally 5 things that you want to be known for. 5 things that are unique about you. If you're a mom, or if you like something totally off the wall, like if you like Baby Yoda, or like just weird things too, like anything that is personally about you is even better. Like for me, I'm so like, mine's sobriety, and I got chose to do authenticity because I literally post about my sobriety and my addiction and my recovery all the time. And I feel like people join my team because they know who I am. Just by reading my posts, people know who I am. They know what I've been through. They know I'm a mom. They know I have kids. They know all these things about me, and they know I'm being real. And then when you get on your page and you show your personality, you're not perfect. You're not this like beach model and like all these things. You're relatable. Be authentic to you. People want to relate to who you are. And it also goes as far as longevity on your team, because if you're not enrolling the right people and you're like throwing out their X, Y, and Z, like that's not true about you, and you're enrolling these people, like you basically catfished them in a way. Like you made them think you were this person and you're not this person. And like you can't even connect with them on a personal level to grow on your team, to expand your net, like expand, and it's not longevity. So I highly recommend, and I'm sure you've heard this before, as far as your 5 pillars, if you don't know, like, who do you want to become? And like they always say, put up a post on your stories, on your wall, like, what are 5 things, or what are something that you think of when you think of me? Put it as a post and see what people say on your network, see what they tell you. And if nobody comments or nobody can say anything, then that means you have work to do. That means that you need to figure it out. So that's all I got for you guys.
Wow. Who's like, I feel like that was a whole lot of information. So I'm glad it's recorded. But guys, last thing, unless anybody else has anything to add, but I was doing my spin workout tonight. It was like a HIIT workout, right? So I was sucking wind. There's like 5 minutes left to go. And the trainer, because it's on like a Peloton type bike with like a video. So he's like, just do the work and the rest follows. And like, that's it. He said that. And I was like, do the work. do the work and the rest follows. That is so simple, but it's so true. Like if you just do the things that you're taught to do, don't worry about, oh, I'm not that rank, or no one's working, or do the work. Just do the work you're supposed to do because it is work, and the rest will follow. And then he said, diamonds are created under immense pressure. And it's true. Real diamonds. It takes pressure to create diamonds. So whatever your goal is, ruby, emerald, diamond, presidential, ambassador, whatever, it's going to be pressure. But I'm so happy you guys are here tonight. Anybody else? Got anything? No? All right. It's Thursday night. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. If you need anything, we're here. Love you guys.